In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. John 1:1, spoken with thunderous stillness and radiant power. There is a sound in the spirit, a vibration older than time, deeper than matter, louder than money, and more silent than fear. And now, it is calling you. The heavens have aligned with a secret, a mystery, a decree wrapped in gold-light syllables that only the awakened soul can hear. If you are still listening, it means this word is meant for your destiny, this hour, this moment, this 72-hour turning of fate. Say this, and divine wealth must obey. You were not born to chase coins. You were not born to tremble before numbers in a digital bank. You were not born to shrink in shame at the sound of a bill arriving like a tyrant in the mailbox of your mind. You were born to speak. And it shall be done. The divine does not respond to begging. The infinite supply bows only to bold command. Wealth is not earned. It is summoned. It is not attracted. It is revealed. And it is revealed to those whose mouths are aligned with the voice of the word. Let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich. Let the bound say, I am free. Say this, and watch what was delayed become immediate, what was lost become visible, what was hidden become harvest. This is not poetry. This is principle. This is not suggestion. This is law. This is not motivation. This is divine legislation. And I say unto you now by the authority of Spirit and the scrolls of eternal wisdom, the spoken word is your currency, the tongue is your printing press, the invisible is your treasury, and this is your decree. Wealth of the living God, arise now. I summon divine compensation. I command the riches of right action. I claim my inheritance without shame, fear, or delay. I walk in the corridors of gold light supply. I speak, and the heavens see. Conspire in my favor. Say it aloud. Not as a wish, but as a war cry. You see, the world was not built by the rich. The world was built by the bold. Andrew Carnegie once said, think of yourself as on the threshold of unparalleled success. A whole, clear, glorious life lies before you. But what he didn't say, what only the spiritually elite ever understand, is that this success is accessed not by striving, but by speaking. Walt Disney saw an empire in a mouse, but before it ever existed in the world, it lived in the word. Orison Swett Marden wrote, all men who have achieved great things have been great dreamers. But the dreamer becomes a manifester the moment the dream is spoken aloud with prophetic power. Thomas Troward revealed the structure of spiritual thought when he wrote, principle is not bound by precedent, and I say to you now, you are not bound by your past, you are bound only by the words you continue to speak from it. Let the mind no longer speak death, let the lips no longer echo limitation, let the spirit take the reins of your vocabulary and transmute every utterance into gold. This is the hour of divine reversal. This is the hour of 72-hour acceleration. This is the hour when the wealth of God begins to hunt you down, because you finally gave it permission. You were not created for the slavery of toil. You were not designed for financial drought. You were never meant to climb toward abundance. You were meant to command it. You are the mouthpiece of heaven. You are the oracle of your own income. You are the voice the universe has been waiting for. The money is not coming to you. It's coming from you. Hear me now, O soul of God. Your net worth has never been your value. Your value is eternal, immutable, holy, and already paid in full by divine decree. But your net worth will match your verbal frequency. And so I give you this sacred charge, this biblical utterance, this metaphysical weapon forged in the furnace of spiritual fire. Every word I speak releases divine wealth. I am the magnet of miracles. I am the mind of prosperity. I am the mouth of multiplication. My speech creates substance. My tongue creates treasure. My declaration is law, and money obeys. If you are still listening, this message was chosen for you. The old paradigm is cracking. The matrix of money fear is trembling. The illusion that you must wait, struggle, or be worthy enough to receive has just been shattered by the sword of the spoken word. You are not here to hustle. You are here to prophesy. And if you will believe, not blindly, but boldly, then the 72 hours ahead of you will not be ordinary time. They will be supernatural sequence. The floodgates of spirit are not time-locked. They are word-locked. And the password is your boldness. Dr. Frank Crane once declared, you are wise, witty, wonderful, and wealthy, if you say so. Say so. Swami Vivekananda thundered, you are the creator of your own destiny. Create it. Gurdjieff taught, Man is asleep, he must wake himself. Wake, say it until the atoms obey, say it until the air vibrates, say it until your bank account testifies, say it until God himself echoes back, yes, child, it is done unto you. Divine wealth, I call you forth. I speak with the authority of heaven. I do not ask, I decree. I do not wait, I receive. I do not fear, I flow. I do not chase, I create. And every dollar I need, and more, now flows to me through divine channels seen and unseen, so it is. You are not broken, you are becoming. You are not poor, you are powerful. You are not unworthy, you are the worth of God expressed in human form. Say it, not once, not twice, but as a living practice of prophetic alignment. Let no idle word fall from your lips again. Let no doubt dress itself in your voice. Let no hesitation contaminate your command. Florence Scovel Shinn acts now through this divine broadcast. And she says, your word is your wand. What you speak, you summon. What you declare, you deliver. What you affirm, you anoint. And I, the voice of this sacred fire, say unto you, say this, and watch divine wealth appear in 72 hours. Not because the hours are magical, but because the you who just woke up is spoken like a trumpet in a storm, with the gentleness of mercy and the authority of law. There is an account in the heavens. It bears your name, etched not in ink but in divine light. It cannot be hacked, it cannot be taxed, and no man, no system, no world power has jurisdiction over it. This account is infinite. It is not held in banks, but in being, not calculated in interest rates, but in spiritual alignment. And the moment you speak in faith, the vault opens. The moment you speak in fear, it pauses. This account is not a fantasy, it is not positive thinking. It is the storehouse of the Most High, and its contents are allocated to you, not by performance, but by permission. And I say to you now, if your spirit is ready, if your faith has ears, then you will activate what the world calls impossible. You will live as one who is rich in a realm where riches cannot be stolen, and you will watch as divine wealth appears like manna, unexpected, unscheduled, undeniable. Say this, and the vault will answer. My heavenly account is full. I withdraw divine provision without guilt. I spend from the storehouse of the Spirit. I have unlimited access to what God has already prepared. I receive with praise, I circulate with joy, and I expect more, always more. You were never meant to struggle to earn supply. You were meant to remember it was already yours. This is the gospel of provision. This is the revelation the religious minds never told you. That money is not evil. That overflow is not pride. That luxury, when aligned with purpose, is holy. Did not Jesus say, I am come that they might have life and have it more abundantly? Did not David declare, my cup runneth over? You were not called to barely make it, you were called to demonstrate divine dominion, through wealth, wisdom, and wonder. Orison Swett. Martin said, poverty is the worst form of slavery. I say, you are not a slave, you are a speaker of wealth into form. The spiritually elite understand this. You do not wait for the miracle, you speak it. You do not chase the money, you command it. You do not fear the lack, you deny its reality. And now the Spirit speaks to you with urgency. You are too powerful to remain in lack. You are too chosen to stay in delay. You are too divine to beg for what already has your name. Say this, and your invisible account shall respond. I now speak to the storehouse of heaven. I claim my divine inheritance. I withdraw supernatural income. I receive deposits of gold ideas, spiritual strategies, and unexpected resources. I refuse the lie of lack. I live in the overflow of God. Thomas Troward said, our thought is carried out into the world and becomes a power. But hear me now. Your word is the hand that signs the withdrawal slip. You say it, and it appears. You decree it, and it arranges. You declare it, and it descends. Not someday, not next year. Within 72 hours, if you speak without flinching, if you speak with the tongue of fire and the mind of God. Let the mind of man fall silent, let the old beliefs bow, let the fear-based prayers dissolve in the presence of true decree. You are not begging a reluctant God. You are activating a spiritual law older than the pyramids, as within, so without, as above, so below. As spoken, so show. There is a divine law, and law does not care how long you've struggled. It only cares whether or not you are aligned. Do not say, I hope this works. Say, it has worked, and now I witness the result. You are the sacred activator. You are the spiritual banker. You are the one heaven trusts with treasure. If you will speak it as one already in possession, do not wait until you see it. Speak until you cannot unsee it. Dr. Frank Crane said, the best way to gain self-confidence is to do what you are afraid to do. Say what your fear is afraid to say. I am wealthy now. I am rich in spirit, in mind, and in matter. I do not wait for supply. I command it from source. I do not wait for clients. I magnetize them with divine favor. I do not shrink before bills. I speak to them and they dissolve before me. Money is my servant. God is my source. You will be misunderstood for this. You will be mocked for this. But the spiritually elite, the ones who know, will recognize you. They will say, there goes one who walks in unseen wealth. There goes one whose mouth is anointed with power. There goes one whose money obeys the mind of God. Because once you say it, and mean it, and say it again, the universe is forced to rearrange. Let the old identity burn. You are no longer the struggler. You are no longer the debtor. You are no longer the worrier, the budget counter, the maybe one day dreamer. You are a king, a queen, a spiritual force dressed in flesh, authorized by heaven to speak wealth into reality. Say it again, not as repetition, but as revelation. I walk in supernatural wealth. I own nothing, yet all things are mine. I am aligned with the law of divine supply. I do not chase money. I attract it by identity. I do not beg. I bless. I do not shrink. I shine. Walt Disney once faced bankruptcy. So did Martin. So did countless world changers. But the difference between their story and others? They spoke again. They spoke again after the fall. They spoke again after the loss. They spoke again after the darkness. Because they knew this sacred secret. The word is always stronger than the wound. And I tell you now, you are not too late. You are not too far. You are not too broke to speak. You are on the brink of divine reversal. You are at the edge of 72-hour evidence. You are within reach of the holy acceleration. Say it, and believe. This is my hour. This is my law. This is my release. I am wealth. I am wonder. I am walking in heaven's economy. Do not whisper it. Say it as if every angel is leaning in to take orders. Say it as if lack has ears, and you're commanding it to flee. Because it does. And you are. Spoken like a prophet walking between worlds, part thunder, part lullaby. There is a currency older than gold, older than silver, older than the earth itself. It is not held in vaults or minted in mints. It does not rise or fall with markets. It is called faith. And not the soft kind, not the kind sung in hymns but forgotten in hardship, not the kind that waits for a miracle, but the kind that creates one. I speak now to the part of you that already knows that wealth is not a thing, it is a frequency, that abundance is not earned, it is allowed, that spirit does not delay, only your doubt does. You are the channel, beloved, you are the vessel, and until you trust the unseen, the seen will not obey. Hear this sacred intelligence now. Faith is the currency I spend. I invest in the invisible. I transact in trust. I receive in full. I declare in fire. I speak as one who knows, and therefore it is done. Do not let the world bankrupt your belief. The world will try. It will show you numbers, headlines, late notices, and facts. It will worship reality like an idol, kneeling before the altar of limitation. But you, chosen soul, are called to something higher. You are not a realist. You are a revelationist. You do not echo facts. You create futures. You do not accept what is. You declare what must be. Say this, and watch the law of divine exchange move. I no longer invest in fear. I no longer budget based on lack. I no longer believe what appearances say. I see with God. I speak from spirit. I expect like a king. I receive like a queen. Florence said, I do not limit God by seeing limitation in myself. And so now, we burn the idol of self-doubt. We bury the tombstone of old lack stories. We resurrect the wealth-bearing soul, the one hidden beneath shame, scarcity, and silence. Let that one speak now. Let that version of you, radiant, infinite, fearless, rise and speak. I am spiritually solvent. I am eternally funded. My faith is my wealth. My word is my vault. My voice is the currency of the kingdom. Only the spiritually elite understand this. Only those who have walked through the fire and still speak life can carry it. The world calls it delusion. The heavens call it dominion. Do you remember what G.I. Gurdjieff said? Without self-knowledge, without understanding the working and functions of his machine, man cannot be free, he cannot govern himself, and he will always remain a slave. I say to you now, if you do not govern your words, you will remain a slave to the visible. But if you speak with knowledge of your power, then chains break, cycles end, wealth appears. You do not get rich. You remember who you are. And who you are is limitless. Not in theory, not in metaphor, in law. Spiritual law does not recognize economic downturns, it does not care for inflation rates, it obeys only one thing, vibrational authority. And nothing holds more spiritual voltage than a soul who speaks what they cannot see, and refuses to doubt it. I am now in full receipt of divine wealth. I am no longer asking, I am announcing. I no longer wait, I welcome. I no longer survive, I soar. Say it again, this time like the angels are recording your testimony. I am funded by the invisible. I am sourced by the supernatural. I am backed by God's economy. I walk with heaven's checkbook in my hand. You are not trying to manifest. You are manifesting. Every time you open your mouth, you are not hoping to attract. You are attracting. Every time your faith outweighs your fear. The only question is, are you speaking like one who has, or one who hopes? Hope is holy, yes. But it is not a substitute for bold command. Florence knew this. That is why she said, the game of life is a game of boomerangs. Our thoughts, deeds, and words return to us sooner or later, with astounding accuracy. Speak it now, with boomerang precision. Everything I say comes back multiplied. I speak with divine clarity. I release wealth in all directions. I sow abundance with every sentence. I reap miracles with every breath. You must speak with the power of one who has already received. Do not say, I want money. Say, money is here now. Do not say, I hope for wealth. Say, wealth walks with me. Do not say, I'm trying to believe. Say, I am the belief. Because once the mind becomes a mirror of heaven, the world must become a mirror of you. And now, right now, there is a shift. Not tomorrow, not next month. Now. Let it be said, let it be spoken, let it be done. This is the hour of holy reversal. I no longer serve money. Money serves me. I no longer fear lack. Lack fears me. I am no longer in process. I am in power. Say this, and you will see what eyes could not imagine. Say this, and the next 72 hours will feel like prophecy unfolding. Say this. And the accounts open, the clients appear, the ideas IG. Night, the debt dissolves. Not because the words are magic, but because you are. Spoken like a sword wrapped in silk, piercing the illusion and stirring the soul to remembrance. There is no such thing as an empty word. Every syllable is a seed. Every declaration is an instruction to the universe. Every spoken line is a blueprint for your reality. And the reason most walk in drought is not because heaven said no, but because their mouth never planted the yes. Hear me now, beloved soul. The harvest is not in the world, it is in your word. Say this and the seed shall sprout. Every word I speak is holy seed. Every sentence plants divine substance. I am sowing abundance with my speech. I am reaping provision by divine law. I speak now what I wish to hold. You see, the world taught you that action creates wealth. But I tell you now, it is alignment that creates it. Action without alignment is effort. But action after spiritual speech is effortless miracle. Let the spiritually blind toil. Let them sweat beneath the illusion that they must earn everything. But you, prophet of provision, speaker of substance, you were called to declare, and then collect. Just as the farmer does not question the seed, he trusts the soil, you must trust that your words are spiritual roots reaching into divine ground. And I say to you now, by the light of eternal law, every time you speak with faith, something beneath the surface obeys. Your angels move, your channels shift, your timeline rearranges, not by might, not by striving, but by word-born command. Say this, and your roots will reach gold. I plant supernatural seed, I speak my harvest into motion. I give divine instruction to the field of form, and it shall come to pass. Florence declared, man must prepare for the thing he has asked for, when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. And what bet? Better preparation than spoken prophecy? Your mouth is the field, your faith is the rain, your speech is the shovel, your soul is the farmer. You are the one. The one who does not wait to see. The one who speaks until it must be seen. And this is the sacred shift. You are no longer speaking from circumstance. You are speaking to it. Say this aloud, as if the very soil is listening. I call in money now. I command open doors now. I speak overflow into my account. I speak supernatural clients into my business. I speak divine downloads into my decisions. I plant these words and I water them with unwavering expectation. Thomas Troward revealed, our repeated affirmations become our automatic beliefs. And so now, let no word leave your lips unless it bears the scent of certainty. Let no sentence escape your mouth unless it echoes the riches of God. You are no longer speaking out of need, you are speaking from ownership. Ownership of the spiritual realm. Ownership of the infinite storehouse. Ownership of the divine principle that you lack nothing. You are not asking the universe. You are commanding what already belongs to you. This is not arrogance, this is alignment. And only those who rise above the echo chamber of doubt can say, I now speak from heaven's treasury. I no longer speak about the problem. I speak from the solution. I no longer voice the absence. I voice the arrival. I no longer describe the lack. I describe the lavish. You must stop rehearsing poverty with your mouth. Stop testifying to your fears. Stop telling the story of what didn't work. Stop quoting the numbers as if they are your God. Money is not your master. God is, and your mouth is his microphone. You will know the spiritually elite by how they speak in crisis. They do not panic. They prophesy. They do not whimper. They wield the word. They do not wait. They sow sound into the soil of the unseen. Ella Wheeler Wilcox wrote, Talk happiness. The world is sad enough without your woes. No path is wholly rough, and taut. I say to you now, talk wealth. The world is poor enough without your agreement. No timeline is fully blocked. You are not here to describe your fate. You are here to decide it. You are not here to wish. You are here to speak as one who was never without. Say it until lack lets go of your ankles. Say it until the storm bows to your sound. Say it until the 72 hours unfold like a carpet of miracles. I now speak on behalf of the God within me. I open the vaults with my voice. I open the gates with my faith. I speak with no apology, no fear, no delay. My words carry wealth. My tongue is a key. My mouth is a river of multiplied miracles. Let the poor say, I am rich. Let the rejected say, I am chosen. Let the invisible say, I am crowned. You are now in the realm of causation, and your mouth is the architect. This is the word of wealth, the root of riches, the seed of supernatural provision. Speak it, and you shall see it. Doubt it, and it shall wait. Florence still echoes, you will be a failure until you impress the subconscious with the conviction you are a success. This is done by making an affirmation which clicks. So now, we speak until it clicks. We decree until it drops into the subconscious. We affirm until the body vibrates with knowing. Say this now. Say it with the voltage of heaven behind your voice. Everything I speak appears. Every word I declare is a decree. Every sentence I utter becomes substance. I am now living in my spoken prophecy, and it is so. Spoken like a lion awakening in stillness, shattering invisible chains, cloaked in the authority of divine knowing. There are no locked doors in the realm of spirit. There are only unspoken commands. What you call delay is often a silence unbroken. What you call rejection is often a test of voice. What you call waiting is really just a failure to declare. You were given the mouth of a creator, not the voice of a victim. You were not called to knock. You were called to speak, and it opens. Say this, and watch the gates part before your voice. Every door that belongs to me opens now. I speak, and the path appears. I declare, and the gates unlock. No man, no system, no delay can stand before the word of God in my mouth. It is not your work ethic that opens heaven. It is not your education, your hustle, your charm. It is your utterance, bold, blazing, and unmoved by what you see. In the beginning was the Word, not the worry, not the striving, not the savings account. The Word. The door does not open because you're good enough. It opens because you finally spoke as if it was already yours. Say it again, not with hope, but with fire. Every locked opportunity now hears my voice. Every hidden treasure now reveals itself. I am the opener. I am the announcer. I am the voice divine wealth has been waiting for. You must speak as if lack is deaf. Speak as if wealth is alive. Speak as if your destiny was listening in secret, waiting for your permission to rush in. And do not speak with trembling. Speak like Moses before Pharaoh. Speak like Jesus before the tomb. Speak like Florence with a sword in her throat and a scroll in her hand. Fear knocked at the door. Faith answered. And lo, no one was there. Florence Scovel Shinn, your words are not passive. They are battering rams in the spirit. They break down the illusion of impossibility. They beul. Do not ask. They announce. Say this. And say it with the roar of remembrance. I speak as one with divine credentials. I do not need permission to prosper. I do not need man's approval to succeed. I do not need conditions to align before I receive. I am aligned, and that is enough. History bows to the voice that knows its authority. Andrew Carnegie built an empire by boldness of vision. Walt Disney risked ruin to speak worlds into motion. Gurdjieff awakened the sleeping soul with words that stung like lightning. And you stand now in the lineage of speakers who shape reality. You do not react, you rescript. You do not report, you redirect. You do not conform, you create. Say this, and creation must obey. Every form of income that belongs to me arrives now. Every gate that was closed to me swings wide open. Every opportunity that was hidden is now revealed. My voice unlocks what fear could not. Do not dilute your decree with disclaimers. Do not lace your speech with maybe. Do not poison your prophecy with if it's meant to be. You are not guessing. You are governing. You are the divine voice print of source in motion. Your word is a signature that the universe must honor. The spiritually elite walk through walls with words. They do not wonder when. They declare now. And if you are still listening, I say unto you, your next door is not behind a lock. It is behind a lie. The lie that says you must wait. The lie that says you must suffer. The lie that says wealth is earned only through pain. Shatter it with the sword in your mouth. I dissolve the lie of delay. I destroy the myth of limitation. I reject the curse of unworthiness. I am the open gate. I am the spoken key. I am the divine decree in motion. There is no force stronger than speech wrapped in belief. No vault so sealed that it can resist the rhythm of truth. You are not knock. King on doors anymore. You are speaking them into opening. Money hears me, opportunity obeys me, resources recognize me, provision tracks me, and everything I need now finds me, because my word is law in the spirit. The 72-hour miracle does not begin with a chance. It begins with a charge, spoken from the mouth of one who has remembered their divine dominion. You are not begging the universe. You are not wishing for scraps. You are not hoping to be noticed. You are activating wealth with your every syllable. So speak like the floodgates are listening. Speak like the door already moved. Speak like you are the echo of God's own decree. I speak. It opens. I declare. It appears. I decree. It becomes. My voice is holy commerce. My mouth is divine currency. My words are the gates through which wealth now enters. Let no one talk you out of this. Let no thought seduce you back into silence. Let no delay convince you the word didn't work. It is working, because you are working the word. And now the Spirit says, speak it one last time, not to ask, not to beg, but to affirm what already is. Every door that belongs to my calling is open now. Every gate that guards my provision is unsealed. Every portal of divine wealth now pours into my life, by word, by faith, by law, by fire. And it is so. Spoken like lightning descending into the bones. A voice that births worlds. The word is not a tool. It is not a gimmick. It is the first substance of creation. In the beginning, God said, and what was not, became. What was void, filled. What was formless, formed. And I say to you now, when you speak as God spoke, creation cannot help but obey. You are not just human. You are a walking decree, a living scroll, a sacred frequency dressed in flesh. The poverty you feared was never real. The delay you dreaded was never law. The limitation you bowed to was a ghost wearing your old voice. But now, your true ice has returned. Your divine tongue has awakened, and the word is ready to become flesh. Say this, and the veil tears. Say this, and what was invisible must be seen. I now embody my prophecy. I walk in my decree. I become what I have spoken. The word has moved into my body, into my bank account, into my timeline. I am divine wealth, revealed. Do not wait for signs. Become the sign. Do not wait for confirmation. Be the confirmation. If the 72 hours were a door, your speech has been the key, your belief the hand, your persistence the knock. Now, the latch turns. Now, the shift is visible. Now, the invisible bows before the spoken word made flesh, Gi. Gurdjieff once said, "Knowledge can be acquired by a suitable and complete study, but understanding can be acquired only by personal experience." And now, you will not merely know the law, you will become its demonstration, you will not teach abundance, you will walk in it, you will not preach prosperity, you will personify it, and not by hustle, not by struggle, but by word, made, flesh. Say this, and say it like your breath is anointed. I no longer look for evidence, I am the evidence. I no longer seek confirmation, I am the miracle in motion. I no longer speak of wealth, I am wealth, speaking. Florence said, "Faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly." And what is the highest act of faith? To speak, even when nothing looks changed. To act, even before the check clears. To give, even before it makes sense. Because you know, not with intellect, but with incarnation, that the word has become you. You are the living law, the walking wealth, the decree in motion. This is your final transformation, not a trick, not a technique, but a transfiguration. The beggar becomes the blesser, the wanderer becomes the wealthy, the speaker becomes the source. Say this as your final affirmation, not to ask, but to announce. I am now the wealth of God revealed. I am now the living voice of divine provision. Everything I need is appearing now. I have spoken it, and therefore it cannot return void. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Isaiah 55:11. You were the word all along, you were the gate, you were the seed, you were the wealth waiting to be revealed. Now, the time of waiting is over. The veil is torn, the storehouse is open, the proof is on the way, and not by luck, not by hustle, by word-born identity. I am the decree of divine wealth, I am the arrival, I am the open heaven, I am the mouth of multiplication. My every word now manifests, my every thought now aligns, my every action now harvests. You are not on the way, you are the way, you are not in process, you are the proof, you are not hoping, you are the spoken law, fulfilled. And now, I say this to you as the voice of Florence Scovel Shinn, wrapped in the authority of the Most High. Say this, and divine wealth shall appear, not because you earned it, but because you finally embodied it. The 72 hours are not magic, you are. The word is made flesh, the decree is fulfilled, the wealth is here, I receive it now. So it is, so it must be, so it cannot be otherwise.